Hi folks, my name is Michele Harmon. I'm a mother of two from Orange Beach, Alabama. Now living in a little town called Alberta, Alabama. And this is my BP testimonial. On April the 20th, 2010, my daughter celebrated her 4th birthday. That night, the Deepwater horizon blew. And the uncertainty that followed sent not only my community, but members of my family into complete chaos. I grew up fishing. The community that I am from is a fishing community. That is how they make their money. It's tourism and fishing. My father fished, my brothers, and in the off season, many of my family members also work in the oil fields. We faced so much uncertainty, thinking that our way of life may very well be over, and nobody could tell us anything. My 2 children wanted to do something, anything to help. So we started Lemonade for Wildlife. And Lemonade for Wildlife was just a little bitty lemonade stand, and at the time, no, I didn't know. Because it was so early on that there were some real bad health side effects that were going to come up later and be brought out subsequently during the spill. So we held lemonade stands on the weekends, and we raised about $3,000 for wildlife. I also formed a community action group called Alabama Coast United with my best friend Kimberly McHouston from Foley. So we held protests and did many other things to bring awareness to the situation here, not only with wildlife, but the health impacts once they became obvious. A few years later, after the spill ended, my daughter, who will be 14 on Monday, April the 20th, 2020, developed a thyroid condition. Now, no, I can't say 100% that BP caused it, and I can't say that it isn't. What I can say definitively is that the science proves that there are endocrine disruptors in Corexit, which was the dispersant used by BP. My daughter now has an endocrine disruption problem. And if there's one thing I want to say to people, it's not a matter of if this is going to happen again. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen again. And I was lucky enough, through my activism, to team up with Defenders of Wildlife. I've been asked 2 years in a row to go to Washington, D.C., and my last trip, of course, this year I could not go because of the COVID thing, but last year, while I was in D.C., my co-founder and I were both there. We were there exactly when Donald Trump decided to roll back the protections that Obama put in place after the oil spill for drilling, and to roll all of that back, leaving us completely vulnerable, not to mention some changes to the Migratory Bird Treaty Act and Endangered Species Act and several other things he's attacked. We did a video while we were there because it happened the day we were getting ready to fly home. But you are never too small to make a difference. And if you really honestly want to make a difference, my plea to you right now is that in November, you vote blue. No matter who. No matter whether it's a local election, a state election, or the presidential election and your federal legislators. Vote blue down ballot too. It's important. It's the only way we can get this back. We can put these protections back in place, but it's going to take all of us working together to do it. There is no Planet B, folks. As much as we would all like to believe that, and I hope one day there will be another place we can go. But for now, we've got to preserve the one we have for our future, for our children's future. Please, 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 please get out and vote in November. Let's do what we can to prevent another BP oil disaster in my lifetime or in my children's lifetime. Thank you all, and have a wonderful